Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cameron. So today I have another would you rather video. This is basically like my second would you rather video that I've done on my channel. I did my first one back in July of last year. It didn't do too well, but I decided to do it again because I didn't know what other videos to do, so here we are. I think that one I did like 25 or 30 of them, so definitely not gonna do that many this time. So I only have 15 today. So before we get into this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and turn on post notifications so you know if I want to post a new video. And without further ado, let's get into this video. So my first would you rather question is, would you rather see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future? I'd rather see 150 years into the future. If we're talking about right now, 10 minutes from right now, I'm still gonna be filming this video. 10 minutes is like, that's nothing, like who cares? 10 minutes, but like 150 years in the future, like just imagine what the world is gonna look like. Because if you think about 150 years ago from today, like 150 years ago was what, 1870? Yeah, 1870. So imagine like if people from 1870 could see 2022 now, like their minds would be blown. I could see 150 years into the future from now. Like I can only imagine what the world is gonna look like. So I'd much rather see 150 years into the future as opposed to 10 minutes in the future. Like who cares about 10 minutes? Like that's nothing. Would you rather find true love today or win the lottery next year? Much rather find true love today over winning the lottery next year, because I feel like love, that's way more important than money. I feel like the reason that we're put on this earth is for love, is to experience love and to give and receive love. But you can have all the things in the world, you could win the lottery, you could have the most money, you can have all the cars and all the houses, but if you don't have any love in your life, if you don't have anybody to share that with, you have no one to share your happy days with, no one to share your money with, it's meaningless. I would much rather find true love than win the lottery. That's priceless. Love is priceless. Money, that can go away in a second, but true love, like I feel like when you feel that and when you experience that feeling that you have when you're with that person, that never goes away, no matter what. Even if the person goes away, that feeling that you feel is never gonna go away. So I much rather find my true love today than win the lottery next year. Would you rather be chronically overdressed or chronically underdressed? I'd much rather be chronically overdressed. If I'm underdressed, then I just feel super basic, and I don't like feeling basic. I would probably be embarrassed if I'm overdressed. It depends to what extent of overdressed we're talking about. Like, am I wearing like ball gowns everywhere I go? Because if that's the case, like, I don't know about that, because then I'm gonna just feel so weird. But if we're talking about underdressed, meaning I wear sweats everywhere I go, I can maybe deal with that more than wearing ball gowns everywhere. But even here at school, I tend to like, not overdressed, but like things that I wear to class, if you look at the other students, it's like, whoa. I'd rather be overdressed than underdressed. I can't go out like that. I can't go out underdressed everywhere I go. I can't do it. Would you rather have Beyonce's talent or Jay-Z's business acumen? I'd much rather have Beyonce's talent. If I could sing like Beyonce, I wouldn't even speak anymore. I would just sing every word that I say. Like, Beyonce is extremely talented. Like, God definitely blessed her with her talent for sure. She was put on this earth to be Beyonce. Jay-Z's obviously, he's very, very, very smart. He's an amazing businessman. And actually, fun fact, I actually have a lot of like similar placements in my birth chart as Jay-Z. Like, we have like a lot of similar placements. Not saying that we have the same personality or anything, but yeah, he's really, really smart. He's an amazing businessman. He's a billionaire, so he's obviously he's probably like a genius. But I love Beyonce, so I'd much rather be as talented as Beyonce. I would be unstoppable. Oh my gosh, if I had Beyonce's talent, it would be crazy. Would you rather never go out at night or never go out in the day? I'd rather never go out in the day, because who wants to be in the house every single night? Sometimes things are a little bit more fun just because it's nighttime, just because you're supposed to be in bed, you're supposed to be asleep, but it's kind of late and you're still out, you're still having fun. So it just makes it that much better as opposed to it being in the day. I'm in most days anyway, like during the daytime, unless I'm in class. So yeah, I'd much rather be able to go out at night than go out during the day. Would you rather solve world hunger or global warming? Okay, seeing as how I don't know what global warming is, I know I'm ignorant, I know that's so stupid, I know, but I'd rather solve world hunger. I think global warming, like, doesn't that have something to do with the weather? I don't know, I really don't know, but I'd rather solve world hunger, because people don't deserve to be going to bed hungry, waking up hungry every single day, and not knowing what it feels like to have a good meal every day. So I would rather solve world hunger. Would I rather win $25,000 or have my best friend win $100,000. My best friend is my mom. So if my mom won $100,000, I'll take that over me getting $25,000, because if my mom got $100,000, she would probably give me more than $25,000. So that's win-win for the both of us. If I just have 25,000, of course I will give her some, but it's way less than what it would be if she was given 100,000. So it just makes more sense for her to get the 100,000, because she's of course going to give me a nice portion of it. It just only makes more sense. So I'd rather have my best friend, who's my mom, get $100,000 over me getting $25,000. Would I rather speak any language or be able to talk to animals? So I don't like animals, can't stand animals, I hate animals. I have a deep fear of animals. So I'd much rather speak any language, because imagine how cool that would be. Speak any language in the world, be able to talk to anybody of any language. That's way cooler than talking to animals. Like, who cares about that? Would you rather have Adele's voice or Normani's dancing skills? Like I said with the Beyonce one, like if I could sing like Adele, I would just be it. I wouldn't shut up. I would just sing all the time. And Normani, she's an amazing dancer, but I can say I dance pretty well. Like, not as good as her, but I think if I practiced and I actually like tried harder, I think I could dance as well as Normani. I think kind of. I'd rather have Adele's singing voice, because she just has, oh my gosh, she has a beautiful voice. Like, it's magic. So I'd much rather be able to sing like Adele. Would you rather be the smartest person in the room or the funniest person in the room? If you watch enough of my videos, you already know what I'm gonna say. I'd rather be the funniest person in the room. I'm just really big on like laughing, and I like making other people laugh. I'd rather be the funniest person in the room. That's just more entertaining. It's just better. I'd much rather hang around with a person who's super funny than a person who's super smart, because if you're smart, like, that's great, but like, okay, you're smart, okay, that doesn't mean you're a good friend. I mean, just because you're funny doesn't mean you're a good friend either, but at least if you're funny, you're at least entertaining, and you're at least like fun to be around, and we can go from there. So if you're just smart and that's it, like, what is that? I'd much rather be the funniest person in the room than the smartest. Like, much rather. Would you rather have someone see all the pictures in your phone or have someone see all the text messages in your phone? I'd much rather have them see all the pictures in my phone. Like, I don't have any scandalous pictures in my phone. There's not a single picture in my phone that if someone were to see it, they'd be like, whoa, what? It's just real basic. Like, I only have like 50 pictures in my camera roll. Like, I really don't have a lot of pictures, and it's nothing weird. It's nothing like out there, like, what is that? It's just ordinary pictures. I'd rather have someone see my pictures than my text messages. My text messages, I don't have anything scandalous in my text messages either, but text messages are just a little bit more, you know, they private. You can't have everybody seeing what you texting about. You know, you have to keep that to yourself. Would you rather find your soulmate or find your calling? I'd much rather find my soulmate than my calling. I feel like I kind of already know what my calling is, kind of. I'd rather find my soulmate, because again, like I said with the previous one, like, love, that's like the driving force to everything in life, in my opinion. So when you find that, like, real true love, your soulmate, person that you're meant to spend this life with, I just think that means way more than your calling, like a job or money. It just, it's way more significant than your job or your calling could ever be. So I would much rather find my soulmate than my calling, because I already feel like I found my calling. So to have both is just even better. Would you rather have one wish granted today or 10 wishes granted in 20 years? I'd rather have 10 wishes granted in 20 years, because 10 wishes, you know how many things I could wish for? 10 wishes, like when I'm 42. So if I could just wish for one thing right now, like, I don't even know, like, there's so many things that I could wish for. But if you think about it, when I'm 42, I could wish for like a whole bunch of money, like, or whatever else that I might want when I'm 42. So it's just a better deal, really, having 10 wishes in 20 years as opposed to one wish now. Like, what would I wish for just one thing now? Like, that's just way too much to think about. So I'd rather save my 10 wishes for in 20 years. Would you rather have $1 million now or $5,000 a month for the rest of your life? I'd rather have $5,000 a month for the rest of my life. Okay, so I get $1 million now, which is great, or I can get $5,000 a month for the rest of my life. That's basically $60,000 a year for the rest of my life. I kind of think that's a better deal, because if you think about it from now, from like the total lifespan, it's only like maybe like $3 million, $3.5 million. And with the 1 million, yeah, you could say I could invest it and make way more than 3.5 million, but I don't know. $1 million is a lot of money, but it's really not that much money if you really think about it. There's so many things that I can do with $1 million. Literally, I can go to every mall in the world and just go crazy. I mean, obviously I wouldn't do that, but like I could. It just seems like a better situation and a better setup to have $5,000 a month for the rest of my life. So literally whatever job I have, whatever I do, if it succeeds, if it fails, it doesn't even matter, because $5,000 a month, that's still enough to take care of myself for the rest of my life. I mean, maybe not when I have kids, but we can leave that job to the husband to take care of that financially, because that's what he's supposed to do anyway. So I'd rather have $5,000 a month for the rest of my life as opposed to $1 million now. Last question, question number 15. Would you rather be married to someone who's very attractive but thinks that you're unattractive? Or would you rather be married to someone who is not that attractive but thinks you're super attractive? I much rather be married to someone who's not that attractive but thinks that I'm super attractive. If you watch enough of my videos, you know that. Even if you know me in person, like, you know, I've said it a whole bunch of times, I don't really care about looks. Like, looks don't mean that much to me. If a guy is like kind of funny looking, he's just like kind of odd looking, like, I don't even care. Like, I always say, a guy doesn't need to be a model. He doesn't need to look like a model in order for me to like him. I tend to go for guys who are kind of like, he's not cute, but I think he's cute. If he was unattractive to other people, I couldn't care less. If he thought I was super attractive, then of course. I'm not gonna date someone who thinks that I'm like unattractive and ugly, so like that's not gonna work. And plus, if you rather date someone who's attractive but thinks that you're ugly, that's just so superficial and so shallow. Like, why would you ever want that dynamic? Like, you much rather date someone who is kind of like funny looking but thinks that you're the most gorgeous person that they've ever seen. I'd much rather have that, because looks aren't everything. Personality means way more than looks. It's about what's on the inside. It's not about here, it's about what's in here. It's about what's in here. I care way more about personality than your looks. So if you're not that good looking, it doesn't even matter. Like, that's not even important. So I'll take the guy who's funny looking, who thinks I'm gorgeous, any day over the other scenario. So that's it in my video. Hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and turn on my post notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.